Hey guys, Josh the Alien You Call God here. Back for another stream, this time talking about the top 10 Noise and Sludge EPs of 2024. If you want to check out my video for the top 24 Noise and Sludge albums, you can go back and watch the VOD on my Twitch channel or catch it on YouTube at The Arbiter of Cool or just check out my lists on Instagram at the Arbiter of Cool as well there. So yeah, we'll get right into it. Number 10, we are going to Baltimore, Maryland for the, whoops, let's get this ready here. And for the band Gloop, which is a kind of, oh shit, it's a biggie. There we go. They're kind of a, noise, slightly mathcore leaning, I would say, band. They say noise rock, post-punk, no wave, but I would say they're definitely more like almost metalcore. I'd say they're more on the metalcore spectrum than they are really on the post-punk spectrum there, but yeah, pretty cool band. I did listen to their previous album Maze Maker before, but I'm not super familiar with the band. But yeah, this is a 5-track EP released in July, and I'm just gonna throw on the opening track Lizard for you to listen to right now. That was Gloop's Lizard off their new EP Tension. Yeah, pretty cool album. I keep in mind I'm judging it based on like the holistic, the album as a whole, as opposed to just the best track, but I generally try to play you either the track that they feature, have released as a single, or that is my favorite track there. But yeah, cool new album from a group out of Baltimore. Baltimore's been putting out some good bands the past year, so yeah, a band to keep on the lookout for. It seems they generally release EPs and stuff like that, but yeah, the last couple EPs I've really enjoyed. Number 10 on our list, top 10 Noise and Sludge EPs of 2024. And like I said, it's not really post-punk to me. It's definitely more sludgy noise than it is, even like a little bit metalcore leaning than it is, as opposed to like more post-punk. But, you know, they are what they say they are. Anyways, moving on to number 9. We are going to Miami, Florida for the band Bloom Dream. This one's definitely like more melodic hardcore, or even like post-hardcore screamo leaning noise. But another cool EP. This was released in September, and it looks like they're a 5-piece there. And I'm gonna play you the song "Community Service," which is a little bit of a longer song there, so we'll get right into it. That was Bloom Dreams Community Service off of their new EP. It didn't have to be this way. They are out of Miami, Florida, and they call themselves a screamo band. And there certainly is aspects of screamo to them, but I feel like the majority um, of their music is more like sludgy noise rock leaning. But it's a really cool blend of that sludgy noise rock and kind of post hardcore emo. Um, that is very intriguing. Really enjoyed this album, and kind of reminds me of the other band. There's another band that I put on, I believe, one of the post-hardcore lists that also was extremely airplane. Everything was airplane themed. Like all their albums were airplane themed, and this one kind of seems to not only have a similar style of album cover, but also be sharing that thematic that theme right there. But I'm not sure if they're related at all. The other band wasn't from Florida. They might have been. No, I don't think the other band was from Florida, to be honest. But I can't think of them who it was off the top of my head. But yeah, cool album nonetheless. Number 9 on our list of top 10 Noise and Sludge EPs of 2024. For number 8, we are moving over to Europe for this isn't a split EP. This is actually a collaborative EP where the members of Birds in Row, and I'm rocking my Birds in Row shirt today. Saw them in Manchester. When I was traveling in Europe. Birds in Row are from Laval, France. Coil Guns, of course, you would have saw their album Odd Love was on my favorite noise sludge albums of the past year there, on the list there. And so Coil Guns is, of course, from La Chaux de Fonds, Switzerland. So, yeah, like I said, this is a 3-track album, but it's not a split EP. It's a collaborative EP where I think the Birds in Row dude from Birds in Row, who also has a solo project. He played when I saw them play. He did his solo project and played with the band, and where he kind of like uses like a loop pedal. His solo stuff's like, it's not really as post-hardcore or noise leaning. It's more like, I don't know, weird like indie rock shit, but like, yeah, he kind of does like shit with like loop pedal where he's playing like different instruments and looping it all together. And but yeah, another cool project to check out. But anyways, I think that dude like laid down like guitar tracks and stuff, and they like kind of sent them to the other band, and they kind of like they added Coil Guns dudes added other aspects of the track, and then they kind of passed it back and forth and then came up with the songs. I think that's what it sounds like to me, how it's explained. But yeah, so that's a kind of a cool project, and I really enjoyed the Coil Guns album, and I've been listening to Birds in Row for their past few releases, and really enjoyed those as well. So this is a cool and interesting collaborative project they got going on. And like I said, it's only 3 tracks, so I'll throw on the opening track. Oops, why is this not going? There we go. Stranding Shelters. Like I said, the third track is the title track, but I think the one that most people like is the first track there, so I'll throw it on. Also another longer track, so I'll just get right to it and throw it on. Man, that track is fucking dirty, dude. That shit is so good, bro. Obviously more post-hardcore leaning than most of the noise rock stuff, but both bands do like foray, and the some of the other songs do foray more into like the noise rock territory. But I was actually mistaken in my description of how the project worked. Actually, it was Jonas from Yona from Coil Guns, who laid down the original guitar tracks and then sent them to the guys in Birds and Row, and they kind of had an idea of what they were going to do going in, and then the Coil Guns guys traveled to France, and they recorded the whole thing, all 3 songs in 7 days, and they used the 2 guitarists, Bart and Quinton, I think his name is, and then Bart and Yona played guitar. Quinton is actually the bassist for one of the bands, but he played a third guitar. He played as a guitarist on this track, whereas Kevin from the other band played bass on his own. The vocals are done by Lewis from Birds and Row. I believe he's from Birds and Row, and both drum, and there's two drum tracks. Like there's both the drummers are there's 2 drummers on the track, which is or on the album in a whole, which is really fucking cool, man. That track, that song is really fucking good, man. Like just like going back and listening to that, I was just like, damn, this song is like fucking fire, dude. But yeah, number 8 on our list of probably should have had that a little bit higher. I really like this album, but felt it wasn't as like typically noise rock as some of the other ones. That's why I kind of dropped it down a little bit. But number 8 on our list of top 10 Noise and Sludge EPs of 2024. For number 7, we are going to Knoxville. Apologize. Knoxville, Tennessee, and for the band Generation of Vipers, who haven't put out an album in a decade prior to this. So like it looks like their last release was in 2014 prior to this album. It's called Guilt Shrine, and definitely more of your typical noise rock vibe going on here. And it is a 7-track album, so I mean it's like and all the songs are quite long. So this is like a full album's worth of material. But like I said on my previous stream, I just generally, because the noise rock albums and EP, the songs are generally quite long. I just threw everything with 7 tracks or less into the EP category, and everything with 8 or more tracks into the full album category, regardless of length. Some of the ones in the full album category are the entire album is the length of 2 songs on this album. So it is what it is. I mean, I just did it for the sake of out of ease and laziness. But anyways, this is Generation of Vipers, Guilt Shrine, and I'm gonna play you the song Lux Inversion. That was Lux Inversion from Generation of Vipers, Guilt Shrine. Absolutely. This thing's out of there we go. Oh, this thing's slightly out of focus there. But yeah, an absolutely brutal Sludge album there. So fucking good, dude. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, Frank, dude, such a good band, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. This album fucking rips. As you can tell, it has like hints of Breach and like a little nod to like that like middle section where they're like talking. Definitely has like a nod or tip of the hat to Refused in there. So they were clearly influenced by like the Swedish noise bands of like the early 2000, late 90s, early 2000s there. And yeah, number 7 on the list of top 10 noise EPs. There we go. It came into focus again. From 2024. Great fucking album. Gonna keep on with the same kind of vibe for number 6. With the band Collapse from Aalborg, Denmark. This band was also very clearly influenced by Breach because Collapse was of course one of the name of one of their EPs from like I would say like mid to late 90s or maybe early 2000s. Collapse might have been one of the later releases, but to me, Breach's "It's Me God" is like the pinnacle of sludgy noise. It's like the most perfect fucking. It's one of my favorite albums. I think it's one of the best albums ever made, in my opinion. But Collapse kind of keeps that tradition going on. Same as Generation of Vipers. The new album is called AR. I'm not sure if that like translates to something in Danish or not. All the songs, except for there's one called Form. There's one called Transformation. It's a 7-track album. All the rest of them are in Danish. Like the tracks are titled in Danish. But I'm gonna throw you on Autophagia for the time being. That was Autophagia from Collapse's new EP AR out of Aalborg, Denmark. Like I said, another sludgy breach influenced band. Yeah, really dug that. Actually might have liked Generation of Vipers more. I kind of like both, but I'm partial towards that like kind of breach sound just because I grew up listening to them. Yeah, that was number 6 on the list of top 10 noise and sludge EPs from 2024. For number 5, we are heading to, did I download this? Yep. Jacksonville, Florida for the band Sun Touch House. I never listened to this band before, but it looks like they do have other releases. And they are on Days Records out of Connecticut, who've been putting out some really stellar post-hardcore, metalcore, hardcore, noise releases for the past few years. A great label to follow if you're looking for new stuff there. Anyways, this is a 4-track EP released last February. And I'm just going to play you the introductory track, And Die. That was And Die from Sun Touch House's new EP, Laugh to Myself. As you can see, like a little bit more like mathcore leaning almost. I guess you could say like a little bit post-hardcore screamo vibe in there. But yeah, that's the best. That's what I love about Noise. Noise has like the coolest, like if you add sludge to like post-punk, post-hardcore, doom, it kind of just makes everything better. It's got like the coolest amalgamation of different styles. Like it's like it's one of the most syncretic forms of like punk style music, right? So really enjoyed this new EP from Sun Touch House. That's my first time listening to them, so a cool new discovery for me this year. They're number 5 on my list of the top 10 Noise and Sludge EPs of 2024. Moving on to number 5. So this is the band Norna, and this why I love this band so much is because it actually features Tomas Liljedahl, who was kind of like the main dude that was in Breach. He's like a member of Breach, kind of like the main guitarist and vocalist of Breach. And he's teamed up here with two dudes, Christoph Makat and Mark Turiat, from Switzerland. So it's a combination of Swedish and Swedish and Swiss noise. More almost in the like more sludgy doom type noise, or like I guess you could also throw it in like post metal or something like that. But it says their description is a formidable power trio hailing in parts from the icy Swedish Northlands and the glacial expanse of the Swiss Alps, named after the 3 Norse goddesses of fate who wove the very tapestry of fate underneath the mythical world tree. So I think that's kind of what you got going on in the album cover here. The band is, of course, Norna. I do believe this is their second release. They had another release in 2021, and I think this is their second release overall. So yeah, Norna, great fucking band. If you were or are a fan of Breach, this is like Breach reborn, right? So it's got the that post-hardcore sludgy noise vibe that Breach always had. Looks like Turiat was from the band Olten from Switzerland, and it was produced by the dude from Cult of Luna. So I mean, yeah, pretty. I'm not gonna say, I don't know if you'd call them a super group, because I don't know if any of these bands were ever like super famous, but the album's quite long. The shortest track is over 5.5 minutes long, so this is like it's only 6 tracks, but it's definitely the length of a full-length album. And I'm gonna play you the song Ghost, which is the 3rd track on the album. Yeah, that was Norna's Ghost off of their new self-titled EP, obviously featuring Thomas uh, Lil Jahal from, is that how you say it? Lil Yadal from Breach, and it sounds like it's Me God era Breach, because obviously like Venom had a more like refused the shape of punk to come sort of vibe going on with it. So their sound was kind of transitional across their different releases, but yeah, this sounds exactly like this. All of these songs could have been like B-sides off of It's Me God, for sure. So uh, it's, I mean, I might be biased because I like this is the kind of what introduced me to this style of music that I love it so much, but fucking amazing album. Obviously a little bit more like a melodic and than some sort of the dissonant noise stuff is, but absolutely fucking love this album. So stoked to see that Tomas is still out there putting out new music, and yeah, it's a treat for people like me that grew up listening to that shit. So yeah, love this album, Norna from Sweden and Switzerland. Number 4 on my list of top 10 noise and sludge EPs of 2024. For number 3, we're going close to home for me to a band from Kitchener, Ontario. The band is called, let's bring this up. The band is called Basque, and the new EP is Pain Without Hope of Healing. They are on No Funeral Records, and yeah, another. Are they from Kitchener? Hold on, let me see where these guys are from. The label's from Kitchener for sure. Here's the band. Basque. Canada. Yeah, they are from Kitchener, Ontario. So yeah, yeah, really cool new band. I'm hoping that they will be on New Friends Fest this year. Miss New Friends. I work a lot in the summertime, so I always miss New Friends Fest. But either New Friends Fest or the other fucking what's the other fucking black metal festival from Toronto? Anyways, one of the festivals in Toronto there. I think they would be a perfect match for like those two festivals, especially New Friends. But these guys kind of have like a more post-hardcore or mathcore angle to them. But yeah, it's a 7-track album. And I'm going to I'll just throw on the introductory track. This one's got a little bit shorter tracks on them, so I'm just going to throw on the first track called Nausea. This is Basque from Kitchener, Ontario. The new EP is Pain Without Hope of Healing. That was Nausea by Basque from the new EP, Pain Without Hope of Healing. Yeah, you can see like a little bit more chaotic, slightly post-hardcore screamo influenced. But yeah, the rest of the album has a little bit more of like almost like a metalcore, like a mathy metalcore or mathcore type vibe going on with it. But yeah, really cool album. From a band that's like semi local to me, about an hour away from me. So yeah, I haven't got a chance to see these guys, but they're definitely on my list of bands to check out. So hopefully they come through my area. If you see this, please come to St. Catharines. Because I would love to see these dudes. If not, I'll be keeping an eye out for them on New Friends Fest or playing shows around there. Number 3 on the list of top 10 Noise and Sludge albums, or sorry, EPs of 2024. Moving on to number 2, we are going to the only album on this list that's more post-punk leaning. And I really love this album. This album's cool as fuck, has a horn section on it. It's kind of noise influenced, like I said, post-punk, and I do believe they are from Bristol, UK. They're on the album Hound God Records out of Berlin, Germany. And it looks like so they put out albums by The Pleasure Dome, which is another album that I liked from this past year, and Zeke. Zeke from Fat Records, Fat Records fame. So I didn't even know Zeke was still putting out music, and I didn't even listen to that EP. So that's one that kind of missed me by. But it's cool to see that Zeke's still putting shit out. But yeah, Hound God Records from Berlin, Germany. But they are out of Bristol, UK. The band is from Bristol, UK, and the album is called What We See in Their Eyes, and it is a 5-track album. And I'm going to play you the song Doppelganger, which is track number 2 from the album.
A doppelganger, but yes, he writes bangers. A mask full of charm and a mouth with the maddest place. Hard with some frizz, or a fist full of bliss. He loves to chase, but hates what he can't fix. Doppelganger, doppelganger, doppelganger. Mask full of charm, mouth with the maddest place. Hard with some frizz, or a fist full of bliss. He loves to chase, but hates what he can't fix. A tongue twister, causing his newest fixer. Sits back and watches as he drinks his elixir. Paints himself on the canvas, begins to get rampant, but he knows he's got to look good for the pictures. Who is the man behind the mask? Who is the man behind the mask? A doppelganger, but yes, he writes bangers. A mask full of charm and a mouth with the maddest place. Hand with some risk, a fist full of bliss. He loves to chase, but hates what he can't fix. Doppelganger, doppelganger, doppelganger. Mask full of charm, mouth with the maddest place. Hand with some risk, a fist full of bliss. He loves to chase, but hates what he can't fix. We do not see eye to eye. He says to himself he lives a lie. We do not see eye to eye. He says to himself he lives a lie. We do not see eye to eye. We do not see eye to eye. Huh! Doppelganger, doppelganger, doppelganger. A mask full of charm and a mouth with no maddest place. Hand with some risk, or a fist full of bliss. He loves to chase, but hates what he can't fix. A doppelganger,
That was Doppelganger off of Knives' new EP, What We See in Their Eyes. They're from Bristol, UK. I'm a sucker for that noise-influenced post-punk, especially if you have horns. The Jordy Greep from album is absolute fucking fire. If you're a fan of Black Midi, I was a little disappointed by. Actually, I wouldn't say even a little. I was quite underwhelmed by the new Idols album. Felt like that was kind of a miss, at least compared to some of their older stuff. But yeah, huge fan of the noise influenced post punk. Could easily put this in the post punk list, but wanted to kind of like throw an example of the noise influenced post punk into a list like this, so that you can see like the diversity of like noise and sludge and all that stuff. So not really sludgy so much. This one's definitely more post punk leaning, and but it still has that kind of noise influence to it, which I think is speaks volumes to how cool noise is for being such a inclusive style of music that incorporates so many different styles into it. That gets us to number one. Number one is probably the most brutal album on this list. It is, of course, Uniform's American Standard. If you're following noise music, you almost certainly listen to this album. The first track on this album is 21 minutes long, so I mean, to call this an EP is probably misclassifying it, but it's only 4 tracks in total. They have a video for the song "Permanent Embrace," which so you can link that through their Bandcamp page if you'd like to go check that out. And I don't know. I'm probably not going to play. I'll probably play "This Is Not a Prayer," the second song of the album, and then "Permanent Embrace," the last song on the album. Probably gonna. American Standard is a killer fucking song. It's just, I think it's like too long for a video like this there. So if you are a fan of this music, definitely go check out the album. It's like I said, it's only 4 tracks, but it is as long as a full-length album in general. But yeah, this album is brutal in the best possible fucking way. So without any further ado, This Is Not a Prayer from Uniform's new album, American Standard.
I've got a wish to be like the sunward waves pull back into spine. Arms and legs run thin as reeds. Skin sunk tight to ribs until I'm cracked.
That was Uniform's. This is not a prayer off of their new album, American Standard. This shit is absolutely vicious, man. Like it's like the drony guitars keep you bound or isolated or like stuck in your place, while the drummer is insane, dude. That drummer is so good. The drummers just like absolutely fucking pummel you, while the dude's abrasive lyrics like slap you in the face. So it's just like you're bound, fucking getting pummeled in the chest by the drums and slapped in the face by the fucking singer, man. That shit's fucking so goddamn good. It might be the best noise release overall for the entire year. This album is just insanely good, and they released a. This isn't like so they had another EP that they released, which is the same four songs, but I actually didn't even listen to it, so I'm not even sure what it's like. But I'll throw up the album cover for you. This is the album cover, so it's called Nightmare City, and it's the Nightmare City remixes of these songs. So these songs have been released in two different versions, and they also released a song called Ghost House. So they also in so American Standard was released in August. Nightmare City was released in September, and in May they put out a song called. I'm trying to see if this is off a previous album. It's not. They put out a song called Ghost House, which is a 7.5 minute song on its own EP, and here. And that so basically Ghost House was released with the Nightmare City mix of Clemency, which is also on the Nightmare City EP, but Ghost House is not on any of the other releases, so it's its own. It's a kind of like it was kind of released, I guess, as a single or 7 inch or whatever you want to call it. Here's the album cover for the Ghost House. Yeah, kind of brutal. It's like like a screenshot from some sort of fucking torture video you found on the dark web or some shit like that. Yeah, fucking cool. These guys are cool as hell, dude. Throw this back up for you. So for the meantime, I'm gonna play the last track on the album, which comes with a video called Permanent Embrace, just the regular track. Then I'm gonna throw up Ghost House for you to listen to, and actually, you know what? I'm just gonna throw up Ghost House for you now. I'll throw up Ghost House now, and then I'll play one of the Nightmare City. I'll play the Nightmare City remix of Permanent Embrace at the end, so you get a little taste of all the releases from the year. So yeah, absolutely vicious fucking band. Like if you think Knock Loose is vicious, like I mean, have a taste of these guys, bro. And this music is actually good. So, yeah, apparently they're like really. I haven't seen them live. They're definitely super high on my list to see live. So, I'm really hoping they come through Buffalo. Or Toronto, so I can get a chance to see them. But yeah, I'm gonna throw on. The Ghost House is a 7 minute track, so I'm just gonna throw this on for the time being. Then I'll throw on one more track, and then I'll come back. I'll recap, and then I'll throw on one of the Nightmare City remixes to close out the stream there. What a strange song. Very haunting. Almost trance inducing. Um, yeah, as you can see, so this is on Ghost House. It's from the 12-inch release EP that they put out called Ghost House in the Nightmare City. As you can tell, this kind of gives you an idea of what the Nightmare City remixes sound like. They've added kind of like a post-punk krautrock, dark wave, I guess you would say, aspect to it, and the transitions are bizarre, dude. It just goes from like pure sludge to like this like ethereal, you know, post punk back to like the dirty sludge to the ethereal post rock. I feel like the industrial theme of the album covers, or post industrial themes of the album covers, if you will, definitely kind of vibe with the sound of the band, because it's almost like, it's almost like dying in an industrial town and like making your way to heaven or something, some shit like that. I don't even know, but super weird shit. I'm gonna skip playing you a Nightmare City song, and because that kind of gives you the Nightmare City vibe, of how the remixes sound, and I'm just gonna play you the straight up track from the end of American Standard, called Permanent Embrace. But first, I'm going to recap the list for you. The top 10 noise and sludge rock EPs of 2024 are, at 10, Gloop's Tension from Baltimore, Maryland. Bloom Dreams, It Didn't Have to Be This Way from Miami, Florida. The post-hardcore leaning Birds in Row and Coils Gun collaboration, You and I in the Gap. Birds in Row are from Laval, France. Coil Guns are, of course, from La Chaux de Fonds, Switzerland. Number 7, Generation of Vipers, Gilshrine. Feel like I probably should have put that a little bit higher, but it is what it is. Number 6, Collapse is AR, or R. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's just AR or R. I'm not. R might be a word in Danish that I'm not familiar with, but they're from Aalborg, Denmark. Um, Number 5, Sun Touch Houses, Laugh to Myself from Jacksonville, Florida. More like mathcore leaning stuff there. Number 4, Norna's self-titled album. They're, of course, from Sweden and Switzerland with Thomas Liljehal. Oh my god, I can never say his fucking name. Thomas from Breach. I can never remember how to say his last name. Excuse me. Number 3 is Basque's Pain Without Hope of Healing from Kitchener. Kind of like something more screamo, mathcore influenced noise. Number 2, I wanted to throw some post-punk noise on this list. So Knives, What We See in Their Eyes from Bristol, UK. Really cool band, has a horn section in it. And of course, number 1, Uniforms American Standard from New York City, New York. Absolutely brutal album, one of the best noise albums of the year for sure. And to close out the stream, I will leave you with Permanent Embrace, and then we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to check out my other videos, I've done post-hardcore, hardcore, metalcore, ska, punk, folk punk, a little bit of everything, covering the different subgenres in the punk periphery. You can check out my previous videos either on twitch.tv/the alien you call God, but they only stay up for like a week or two. I put all my VODs up also on YouTube at The Arbiter of Cool, or you can follow me on Instagram at The Arbiter of Cool, and just check out the lists and with links to the band camps and stuff like that. Appreciate you tuning in. If you came here from post-hardcore posting or Reddit, thank you for checking out the stream. My name is Josh, the alien you call God, and this is Permanent Embrace from Uniform's incredible new album, and yet brutal new album, American Standard. Thanks for tuning in.